Hey, how's it going, awesome friends? I just got a package. I just heard the truck pull up, so come with me and check this out. Nice case. Dang. Wow. That's nice. So what you do is you just put these two metal pieces together. This little bracket here just screws in with your fingers, and it actually gets really tight. So you gotta kind of be a little bit careful you don't squeeze your GoPro too tight. And you just slide it in there. And I'm doing it that way because I don't want to unscrew these the whole way or lose them or something like that. So I loosen them up just enough to get the GoPro in. And then you just tighten the little thumb screws. And this is the H-shot adapter. It's like a 1/4 inch thick on this end. It's completely metal. It's aluminum. So it's lightweight, but very, very sturdy. It's not gonna bust on you. So that's great. I actually didn't know it came with this as a package. So it didn't really say if it was plastic or metal. I just assumed it was plastic, and I was very pleasantly surprised. Even this part is aluminum. No, there's absolutely no plastic involved. There's a lot of plastic involved with the gimbal itself, and that's what makes it so lightweight. You do not want to drop it. You don't want to drop this at all. You just got to be careful, as careful as you can. And I'm mounting it the way I'm mounting it because if you look at this, it shows up. It's definitely going to show up. The one motor is going to definitely show up in the footage, and you definitely don't want that. With the phone, if the focal length's long enough that it actually does not show up, so that's fine. So now I'm going to balance it. You just loosen this little screw here and pull out. I'm going to actually set it up for that. You want it to not tilt at all, and right there it's nice and level. So now I'm going to put it upright and turn it on. And there we go. Ready to go. So as you can see, it's nicely balanced. Real nicely balanced, and that's just awesome. The two main important things that I did to film this in the first place started with how I mounted the GoPro on the plate to face away from the motors, because if you're using a wide mode, it's going to pick up the motors because of the fisheye lens. The other thing being, unless I'm trying to get a fisheye look, an extremely wide, expansive view that's bent that I'll have to like correct later, I always shoot in 2.7K and 24 frames per second. And I did use ProTune. I used ProTune flat with the auto white balance, so I didn't really have to think about it too much, so I could focus on how I was using the gimbal. But from here on out, I'm just going to be treating it normal, and they're doing a lot more extensive testing. So in this video, I connect the GoPro to the Smooth Q and just go on a regular walk, and then do some above regular things. I end up running, skipping, putting it down low, putting it up high, shaking it left and right, things that you normally wouldn't do in the first place. Some of the other things I do to just test out how well it does is I tilt it down and walk along a fallen tree, and then probably jump about 3-4 feet off just to see like what the impact does to it. And I'm not intentionally trying to abuse it. I'm not holding it real stiff. I'm holding it like I would my Steadicam. I'm gonna just put this little bendy tripod on the bottom of it just to do some more experimenting with it and to try vlogging mode with it. So this is gonna be fun.
Let's go outside.
is literally my first time using a gimbal. I use Steadicams, tripods, monopods, anything I can to get stable footage. And the main reason that I got this for the GoPro and my phone is because I really don't care for how digital stabilization looks. I don't like the wobbly water effect, and I'm just tired of stabilizing in post and seeing that it probably would have looked better with a couple shakes here and there. Now, the only downside, the only real complaint that I have, if I were to use it for vlogging, I would have to use an external audio source, probably not connected to it in any way, shape, or form, because the GoPro picks up this. Pretty much it's just picking up a lot of vibrations from the 3 motors. Now, if you get it real close to your ear and it's in a quiet room, you can kind of hear it working, but other than that, it's fairly silent. It's just when you couple a camera to it, it's picking up the vibrations because it's coupled, and there's really no way to avoid it. So I would recommend getting something like the Zoom H1. I'll put the link in the description. I'll put the link in the description for everything in this video, but I just like this because I can hit record, put the lock on, and stick it in my pocket while I have a lav up here. Unfortunately, I got this thinking, wow, this would be great for vlogging, you know, for talking right at the camera. I'm going to do some more experimenting to see if I can get some decent quality audio out of it, but I'm really not bent on it working. I'm not going to be too upset if I can't get it to do that. I'll just sync the audio in post, and that'll be still a time saver because I won't be stabilizing the GoPro footage instead. My 2 main reasons for getting a gimbal that didn't just hold a phone, but also held the GoPro, that was rated to hold the GoPro, was because I want to be able to switch back and forth between my phone and my GoPro. My phone, if I'm traveling light and it's nothing like real serious, and after trying it with the phone, it does an amazing job. I literally took this right out of the box, put my phone on it, turned it on, it leveled it up. I didn't even use the app. And then I switched to the GoPro, got it balanced, and same deal, just automatically balanced itself out and did a great job. Now, obviously, I don't have any other gimbals to compare it to, but after a lot of unrealistic testing, I don't really need to test anything else. It just works well, it does its job, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do, and it just does it really well. Now, like I said, I wasn't really babying this thing. I wasn't holding it like I hold my Steadicam or handheld or like with a monopod. I wasn't like gently treating this thing. I automatically have a certain way of holding things to get fluid motion out of it, but I wasn't shaking this thing, like, except for when you'll see me wiggling it back and forth and up and down and then skipping. But you still got that degree of separation between the camera and the ground, which is your body and your muscles and everything that absorbs a little bit of impact. So I wasn't like necessarily just shaking the thing trying to break it, but at the same time, everything I threw at it, it really just, it handled it. It just really did. Thanks for checking this out. Like I said, I'm going to put everything in the description, all the links that you would need. They are affiliate links. They don't cost any extra, but they benefit me if you purchase through my Amazon affiliate links. So that helps me out. And there's links in there for everything from the Smooth Q to the 2 bendy tripods that I use to audio recorders that you might end up using with this. Please subscribe and tell your friends. And remember, create, share, repeat, and keep it awesome. See you next time.